Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel, Cynicalex, and this is the very first look at me playing Null in PvE content, and this is stage 99, a finishing start for, or a finishing, a fitting, excuse me, I should say fitting beginning for Null in PvE content, considering how expensive he is. We want to see him do the absolute highest, and we want to see him dominate that, right? So let's see if I can put together a good run here. Null is definitely one of the harder characters to play in the game. I would probably compare it to when we first got Ghost Rider tier 3. We were all like, I don't really know if he's good. I can't really put my finger on it, but there just seemed to be something missing for him. And I feel like this is the same way about Null. I feel like I haven't really tapped into his full potential yet. I feel like when I'm playing him, he could still get a lot stronger. And I see it sometimes when I get certain combos and skills together. His damage just spikes in a really crazy way. I'm actually out of range here. Let's go back here. Proccing on 5 cancel 4 seems to be a really awesome use of his skills and his chain hit damage and stuff. We can proc the 4 and go into the 6. The really nice thing about Null too is you don't ever have to be afraid or worried about taking damage and dying, because unless you get one-shotted, you basically can't die. I wish his third skill had more damage. I think it's one of the only things I think matters. Here we're going to slash 4 and then 2. We're going to proc on 2, and I'll show you how much damage 2 has. Yeah, wow, that's actually really good. I should try to do that more often. If you get lucky with the pierce, you can, or with the paralyze, you can actually interrupt her completely when she goes to do those spears. Because he has pierce on so many skills, you actually end up getting it off a lot, right? He's got, or it's not pierce, sorry, paralysis. He's got paralysis on 3 different skills. I think we got it there. Yep, I think we just interrupted her, and we skipped the pierce, the paralysis, excuse me. We skipped the spears with our paralysis. But yeah, wow, that damage is awesome. Proccing on 2. When was the last time a character procced on 2? He's got super long range, as you can see, with the 5th skill and the 3rd skill. But yeah, you know what? I think 6 with a delayed proc into 2 is actually so nice. Now here's the interesting thing. Because I'm not using all defense down for his damage, we don't even need to care about the frenzy, right? Usually the frenzy stops you from doing damage. It does not stop Null from doing damage. He's still going to do 100% of his damage. So this is basically his raw damage. Now he does have pierce. I've been mixing up paralysis and pierce, but he does have pierce, but that's just his raw damage, right? So you don't have to worry about all defense down. You don't have to worry about not having strikers. There, she triggered my passive. It's okay, we just play through it, and we get the 6th skill off, and then we just go into 2, and I'm pretty sure it's over. Yep. Wow. So this is very, very close to my fastest run with Null. And wait until I show you the build. So that was a 3-minute full solo, stage 99. We were using 2 supports, but his damage, Null's raw damage, is as high, if not higher, than Odin's raw damage, which is insane because he is native tier 3, but he's only level 60. He's not yet level 70, so he has a lot of room to grow, and there's just a lot of penalties involved with being level 60, trying to take on more difficult content. And we've basically never seen a character besides Odin and I think Sentry who can do this extremely high level content at such a low level. And I don't even know if Sentry can do stage 99 of any world boss at level 60. He can definitely do PvP at level 60, which we'll talk about later or in another video separately. But Null is definitely one of the strongest, if not the strongest level 60 characters in the game. He's just insanely high damage, and it really comes down to his passives. Having the 25% or the 20% chain hit and the 5% pierce makes all defense down irrelevant. He doesn't have all defense down, and he frankly doesn't need it at all. You could add all defense down and he would do more damage, or he would do it maybe faster. There's possibly a stage 99 one-shot that you could do with him, but he does stage 99 in 3 minutes with this Uru, which is, you know, 2 Odin's Blessings, but nothing special at all. Tons of gaps. He's got 145% crit damage. He does cap his own crit rate with the buff on his 5th skill, but his stats are, I mean, he's an extremely expensive character, but the rest of the build is not expensive, and he's crushing stage 99, absolutely crushing it. I've got a stage 12 Power of Angry Hulk, and then the Piece de la Resistance. It took me so long to reroll this. Actually, oh, you know what? I did it with a 140 crit damage obelisk. Now we're doing it with a dodge 180. I remember I switched this obelisk out for some PvP testing. Yeah, true. Or actually, I replaced it. But yeah, that was basically just a 180 proc. He did stage 99 with a 180 proc with 0 strikers. He doesn't need any help. He doesn't need any healing. He doesn't need any mind control. He does it all himself. And it's awesome. His damage is just absolutely ridiculous. And I still feel like, kind of like Ghost Rider, I feel like I'm not sure exactly how to play him still. And he's doing this much damage, and he's just turning it up like crazy. So PvE wise, he may be the best character in the game for PvE content. We'll have to wait and see. If you guys want another statistic, because I find that this helps a little bit more. A lot of people are asking me for stage 70 Null, or people are asking me for how Null does against Null. I can't play Null against Null until, actually can't play it at all until I get his potential. Null doesn't even show up on this list because he's level 60. He's gonna have to be level 70. So I could get unlucky and it could be weeks before I'm unfortunately able to test Null against Null. So I do have some players who already have Null at level 70, and I spoke to them. So there already are some players, I believe there's 3, 4, 5, 6, there's quite a few players that already have Null at level 70 because of the super potential ticket. There was a ticket sale, there's a potential ticket a few weeks ago or days ago where you could buy one ticket for $50 and you get some crystals, and then you could buy another ticket for $50, and then there would be another ticket. It was like a 3-ticket relay, and that third ticket was a super potential ticket that would unlock any character's potential. So basically get them from 0 potential to 100% right away. And that is what these guys here, Gundog Samurai, DJ MTD, and Verdict, that's what they did. They used that potential ticket on Null. So that's why they have a level 70 Null. They're not devs. It's not a test account. They're not hacking. They are just whales. And so I spoke to Verdict. So this is the interesting thing. I spoke to Verdict. He's on the Discord. He's a really cool guy. And he tested for me. Well, he tested for the whole community, which is awesome. He tested his Null level 70 with a CTP of Rage versus his Odin, also tier 3, also level 70 with a Rage. So this is a very, very fair comparison. Same build, both tier 3, both level 70 with 0 supports on stage 9 of Null. Stage 9. And I think what happened was Odin ended up having 1 minute and 22 seconds left. So he beat the stage in 3 minutes and 38 seconds. Null beat the stage with 1 minute and 42 seconds to spare. So he beat it in 3 minutes and 18 seconds. So Null was faster than Odin. I'm pretty sure, I didn't ask him for the exact details of the team. He said there were no supports, but I'm sure he gave Odin a leadership. Obviously, you don't have to give Null leadership because he gives himself a leadership. That's another piece of valuable, that's another piece of value for Null, is that you don't need to tier 3 Cyclops to bring him up against Null because he has his own 60% leadership, right? So that's pretty bananas that he's stronger than Odin for Null, right? The fact that he's faster than Odin with no supports means that with supports, he's going to get even faster. The other thing is that Odin has 100% ignore defense on his skills, right? That's part of the reason why he's so good against Null. He has 100% ignore dodge. That's the ignore defense. He has 100% ignore dodge for 5 seconds. Null has 0% ignore dodge. So if you give him ignore dodge strikers, you give him ignore dodge from, let's say, Valkyrie, right? She gives 30% to all allies. He could be even faster. So I won't be able to show you that. I mean, I hope that I can get his potential. I hope I get lucky tomorrow, for example, at the reset, and I play with Null as a striker against Null, and I unlock his potential. That'd be amazing. Bless the Netmarble gods. They'd bless me with that one. But yeah, if it takes me some time, then I will try to track down some other players who can test for me. I'll try to get some footage maybe of how Null plays at level 70. But my feeling is that he's going to be either like top 3 or top 1 for PvE content. PvP is a little bit of a different story. I'll talk about that later, but let's take a look. Let's take him into some content here, and we'll see how he does against. Oh, wait a minute. We'll see how he does against Master Mold. Level 60s will always struggle against Master Mold, usually unless they have a CTP of Rage. One of the only level 60s that was able to do good damage against Master Mold or Galactus was Odin. So again, we're seeing this with Null, that he is comparable to Odin at level 60 or better. And again, he's missing, some of the things. He doesn't have the ignore defense. He doesn't have the ignore dodge, excuse me. He doesn't have the all defense down. Like, Null did stage 99 with no all defense down. That's crazy. That's, of course, the power of 5% Pierce, but it's also the power of Null, right? His damage is just out of this world. So we'll see here if I can string together enough damage. Can I just... No, I can't, eh? I was going to sit in that forever. Okay. Ow. The dragons are not, like, they just sit there. They don't fall or anything. We'll see if I can even do enough damage. We're at 6 million right now, which is pretty bad. But we'll see if we can do more damage in the second phase here. We're fighting somebody who has a pretty stacked Ghost Rider here, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do enough damage. I didn't even do the accumulation. I think I did 20 million when I tested before. Yeah, I'm struggling now. I'm at 10 million, but I did about 20 million with another build, with another team, with another set of teammates. So yeah, he's not going to do very well at level 60 for this content that's gated for level 70. I can't do Null. I can't do Danger Room Extreme, but everything that I've seen, CTP of Energy? No. Everything I've seen from him, from other players who have him at level 70, his value and his damage in those game modes is bonkers. He did like 60 million damage in Danger Room against Strife, and he can crush Null up to stage 9 with no supports, which is crazy. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what else he can do. I'm a little bit bummed out that, you know, you got to go through the whole potential process. I'm hoping that native tier 3s don't take less percentage, because we know native tier 2s have a lower percentage for potential. It can be as low as 4% per day. So I hope that's not less than 4%. You know, I kind of wish I had one of those super potential tickets now. It's really expensive to buy one, so I don't even know if I would buy one now. But at the same time, I don't really want to wait if it's going to be 2 weeks or whatever. He can still crush other content, but really what I want to see is, we want to see Null versus Null. We want to see Danger Room Extreme. You know, we want to see that stuff. And of course, PvP. Until you get to level 70, Null is really not going to perform in PvP well. Pretty much the only character that performs well not at level 70 for PvP is Sentry. Is Null going to be better than Sentry for PvP? I don't think so, but we'll have to wait and see. I'll reserve my judgment for that. For PvE though, I do think Null is already better. If I could play my Null against Null, and maybe against Galactus, he'd be faster than my Sentry. I do honestly believe that, and he's already as fast, if not faster, than Sentry for World Boss. And with Sentry, you're using a debuff lead to get 100% all defense down. You don't have to do that with Null at all. You don't have to waste a leadership. You don't have to do any of that stuff. So yeah, it'll be an interesting comparison as it goes. Obviously, Null is more expensive than Sentry, so that's always something to consider. But in terms of World Boss potential, in terms of PvE potential, Null is bonkers. His damage is off the charts. No strikers, stage 99 with, you know, just a regular obelisk, just a regular 180 proc. Doesn't even have crit damage or anything. So he's gonna crush stage 99 with a rage or with an energy, and who knows how much further he can go. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated when I get more progress on the Null build. In the meantime, let me know what you guys want to see on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.